Actually, Tom, I'm trying to teach Tom how to do tracking and stuff. So Tom, track this out. Got it? You got it? You'll see if he's successful in doing this or not. Hey guys, it's Dan again from the videos team. This is my second video, so I'm hoping I've learned a few things from the first one. Main thing I learned was I can't read off a teleprompter. Chapter 1 is how to be comfortable on screen. And this is already f***ed up. Again, a lot of the stuff I'm going over today is from Joey Zotto, who's my boss, his book, Real Gold. Over the course of the next few videos, I'm going to be kind of diving a little bit deeper into the information. There's a lot of tricks and tips that based around video content, how to shoot video, best practices for marketing, the kind of videos you should shoot, everything from ISO to shutter speed and frame rate, best practices on composition. Pretty much everything you need to know is in that book. I'm going to try and read over it all, pick up on little bits and divulge my take on his book to you. Pretty sure somewhere around this video there'll be a link to have a look at it yourself. I definitely recommend picking one up. There's also an option to check out his video course, Fade to Black, which is definitely a lot better than me talking about it. I'm just here to look pretty. So the first thing, I have made some notes. Bear with me while I go over it. My editor will splice this all up and it'll look seamless, almost like I know what I'm talking about. Joey's introduction for the book pretty much goes over why you need video for business and the benefits of making video, producing content. I probably don't need to tell you, if you're watching this, that video benefits every business, regardless of how big or small. Whether you're selling shoes online or dog grooming or your personal trainer, pretty much every business. Oh, for sake, I'm recording. That's all right. So I've just been interrupted by Jazz. She says sorry. Benefits of video for your business. It kind of makes sense to have video. It's really convenient to have a video that you control, so you can deliver your message fast, precise, and on the tone that you want. You're building a relationship with your audience. It's more personal. It builds a bit more brand recognition, and they have a little bit more trust in you. This is if you're forward facing in front of the camera. Whether you would trust me is a different story. So you've probably seen like all over the internet, there's studies that show 25 to 400% conversion or increase in sales better than typical copy and email marketing, and that's true. I know there's some stats here. I get Tom to stick up on screen. Like I said before, it's a really good way to control what you deliver. It's your content. It's a great way to show off yourself, your brand, your product, and it's a really powerful tool. I mean, I make videos, so I should know. I love a brew. I'll let her interrupt me because she's making me a coffee now. I'm going to be just like Joey soon, just better looking. So yeah, so it's proven to build greater trust between you and your viewers. They're more likely to convert on your videos, they're more likely to subscribe, detailing your product and what your service is and what you're selling. And you're probably aware that it pretty much dominates every social platform. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere there's video. Imagery is just as important. I take a lot of stills from my video that I capture. I mean, I shoot on red because Joey bought me a nice shiny camera. And that's a great tool, but video in general is the way to go. Joey says in his book, basically to create successful video, it takes time, resources, and expertise to produce. This is true. To a degree. It needs to be marketed correctly, so you probably have to spend a shit ton of money on marketing or getting someone in to market your videos. Oh, coffee time. Thank you. Yeah, so it needs to be marketed correctly, so you're obviously led to think that you need to spend a shit ton of money to make that happen. And to a degree, depending on your service, your product, your size, your company, potentially true. The visual element is only half of the equation. Being a cinematographer, I think it's the whole thing. Everything needs to look good. One of the most important factors of making videos, having a well-written, concise and persuasive script. Everything nowadays is kind of like engaging, interruption, like have someone smashing the TV. Tom put a clip up of Joey smashing a TV. And that works well to kind of capture people off the bat, but you need that presence, you need to build loyalty. Fronting up your videos and being the face of your brand just kind of makes sense. Hook them in, you know, get their attention, but you need to have a little bit of longevity in the stuff you're producing, which is why we're making this content, why I've decided to put my ugly mug in front of you guys. It's building some, you know, brand recognition. I'm not the face of videos, but I work here, so it's kind of a good way to see what we do. It's a bit more personal. Whether I'm well received or not, different story entirely. But I'm putting myself out there, as should you. So yeah, you need something well written, well thought out. I'll make a note of that one. A lot of people think you have to spend a lot of money on that sort of thing. You know, you have to get script writers, someone to write your copy. You spend a lot of money on marketers. Joey goes on in his book, which I keep doing this every now and again. Buy the book, buy the course, keep me employed. So you'll be forgiven for thinking that you need all these experts in marketing, you need salespeople, you need copyright people, you need a videographer, you need sound guys, you need tech, editors, animators. Maybe not animators, you know, there's a platform called Videos. Check us out. I think what we're trying to get across in this content, as well as Joey's book. Did I mention Joey had a book? Is that you don't need all of that. You can do it yourself. Over the course of these videos and the book, if you want to read that, if you've got some time. It's basically showing you that, you know, you don't need to break the bank, you don't need to spend a lot of money on making this content. You can do it yourself. We're going to have a lot of tips on how to shoot video, you know, whether it's on your phone or an expensive camera. I mean, we're shooting on a Red, which, you know, upwards of 80 grand. So overkill for this sort of thing, definitely, but to get the cinematic stuff that we want as a company and our style, it suits us. So, you know, you need to find the sort of equipment that will suit your business, your structure, where you are, your journey in business. You know, people make some hot content on their phones, like the iPhone 11 or the, you know, the new Samsung Galaxy, whatever the it is. They shoot really nice video. There's no excuse really. You can make your video look good, and we'll show you how. Whether you've used a camera or not, whether you use sound or not, you know, we'll guide you through good sound equipment, you know, ranging in prices, camera equipment, lenses, little tripods. We'll basically show you the best way to invest your money, depending on where you are in your business. Or, you know, even if you're just starting out and you just want to learn how to shoot video, this is a great book and platform to kind of learn that. There's so much stuff out on YouTube. Like, don't listen to everything I say. Half it's probably made up bullshit. That's kind of how I've made it in this business. If you can blag then you're pretty much set up. A little bit of brown nosing and you're good to go. So Joey does go on in his book to say that his name is Joey Zoto and he's a founder of a company called Videos. Him and his two partners, Jamie Garside and David Chamberlain. Top guys. That's what you want me to say, yeah? They're not even there. It just makes good video. So Joey started his business up when he was broke as f. You know, he's self-taught, he learned everything himself, as am I. You know, I went to university, but I learned how to shoot and edit before I started. You know, I kind of downloaded some illegal copies of Adobe, used any money I had to purchase some equipment and just went out and shot and learned and did it all myself, you know, which is what you guys should be doing. Granted, I'm going to be telling you how to do it, and Joey's book explains everything, and his course, the Fade to Black course. The best thing I can suggest is just go out there and shoot stuff, as Joey did, and you know, he's done a pretty good job at it. You know, he's sold some courses on how to shoot. He sold a fair amount of courses on how to make video. You know, everyone wants to make cool content, you know, and really sell their self and their business and their service. But a lot of people's excuse is they don't have time, they don't have the money, they don't have the resources, they can't get in front of the camera. If you watch my first video, which was yesterday, and where to reading off a teleprompter, I see where you're coming from. I'd argue if you're investing your time and money into other people making the content, why wouldn't you do it yourself? It'll save you money. You know, you can do it on the fly. You can show off your brand and your service a lot better in person yourself. So not having time is a bit of a cop-out really. Another, you know, elaborating on that, you know, it costs too much. It's too expensive to make video. It is if you're getting someone else to do it for you. If you do it yourself, it doesn't have to cost a lot. You don't have to break the bank. Shoot something, use the videos platform to make some cool animations. That doesn't cost a lot of money. It's a really good resource to use to make your videos look a lot better, a lot more professional as well. So you don't have to spend the time and money or invest the time and money with someone else to make it. Animators cost a shitload of money and they do a good job, but it's not a necessity for every business. Use our platform. As I said before, keep me employed. I need this job. Another common misconception is it's too complicated. But that's why you've hopefully come to this channel. That's why you bought Joey's book. Did I mention Joey's got a book? And of course, maybe check it out. There's a link somewhere. Practice, watch some videos, you'll get better, is what I'm saying. You'll get better. Nowadays you just turn it on, stick it on auto, and you're good to go. Or you use Snapchat, put a pretty filter on and sorted. Another bit which I've covered before, which my first video was about being on camera, which is something I'm not used to. So maybe you'll see some improvement from last time. So I don't want to be filmed, and I get that. If you're not used to it, or if it's your first time being on camera, it's awkward. Like, I've really struggled with that. I struggle with how I look, how I sound. And Joey as well, he had to start somewhere. If you look back at his first videos, you could probably tell how uncomfortable he is. and he still struggles now and again. I should know I've had to sit there and film him for God knows how long. You don't sound weird, you don't look bad, you don't come across as a dick. Just shoot some stuff, have a look at it. Keep doing that until you feel comfortable, if that's what it takes. So hopefully with these videos and with Joey's book, did I mention Joey had a book? So yeah, this video is basically an introduction into the book. So you have your doubts about making these videos and this content, but hopefully these videos, you'll be able to produce some pretty solid content people can relate to and, not spend a shit ton of money doing it. Let's turn your boring business into real gold. Real gold? Because it's book's called it. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel. Maybe give me a like. There's other useful content on here. It's not just me talking shit. Let me know what you think, where I can improve on this content, because we're open to this sort of shit as well. We don't know everything.